What's up, guys? This is Seth with VaporBeast.com.
What's up, guys? It's Teddy B with VaporBeast.com.
Today we are going to talk about the SX Mini.
Oh, love this mod.
It's EM type, just in case you guys are wondering. Yes, that's the new one.
Yup.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Teddy, and say that this is probably the best advanced personal vaporizer that has ever been released.
Dude, I gotta say, Seth, it's definitely worth the money, man. It's definitely worth the money.
Yeah, it comes at a bit of a wallop. You're going to pay somewhere around $199.99 for it right now because it is so new and really hard to find, but I don't regret the decision at all. These are both our actual personal
Yes,
mods.
I ended up buying this thing. It is, like I said earlier, worth the money. If you're an advanced vapor, that's another thing I want to add. For anybody who's a beginner, I wouldn't recommend this because this is more for advanced vapors like myself and Seth. So, you know, for the advanced vapors, guys, listen to us. When we tell you this, buy this. Add it to your collection. It has the 3 C's, coolness, collection, and it's a conversation piece. And this is what this video is about. We're going to have a conversation about the SX Mini.
Right, and we know there's some people out there that are probably upset or whatever that it only fires to 60 watts in this single 18650 mode. We'll get to that later.
But man, the 60 watts, dude. You just see this cloud? Awesome. 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 Awesome.
And the temperature control setting on it is like something I've never experienced. If you can imagine taking a vape and the heat not escalating at all, staying constant through that whole draw, that's what you get with it. So,
yeah, and I'm still learning the whole temperature control thing. So right now I'm vaping in power mode, and Seth, he's vaping with the sub-tank nickel coil with temperature control.
As you can see, it does what it's supposed to. It was pretty complicated getting it set up, but we'll get to that in just 1 second.
Okay, so we're going to talk to you guys right now about some of the product features of this awesome little device. Right off the bat, the SX Mini has a YiHiEcigar SX350J processor chip. And let me tell you, this chip is the business.
Yeah, it's a mouthful to say, but I'll tell you what, the industry hasn't seen anything like this yet, so I'm stoked about it.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to talk about some of the product features when you have it in the power mode, aka wattage mode. So right now with the SX Mini, what's really cool is you can get it down to a 0.15 in power mode.
It's with Kanthal, right?
Yep, Kanthal. Yep. With Kanthal, man. And then in standard mode, you can go all the way down to a 0.2. So yeah, you can get a little bit lower in the power mode. And then with the SX Mini, it has 4 different modes. So you have your soft mode, where you're going to kind of, let's say you set your wattage at 40 watts. It's going to start at like 35 watts, and then it's going to work its way up to the 40 watts. Or you can go standard mode, where it's just going to be a bam, solid 40 watts all the way in. Or you go powerful mode, where you set it at 40, but it's going to jump up to 50 and then go back down to the 40. Or you got powerful plus, where I believe it's going to kick it up to 60 watts and then it's going to drop it down to 40 watts. And that's pretty awesome, man. It's a real awesome device.
Tapers off your vape. It'll start with a very strong burst, and then you'll feel it plateau. It's really cool, man. I've never seen anything like it.
And you know, a lot of people were whining and complaining because, you know, this is a single 18650 battery and then the wattage only goes up to 60 watts. But I got it on powerful mode at 50 watts. Check this out.
Yeah.
Woo-wee! Man! Oh, and then the beauty about it, 50 watts is not even a hot vape. I love this mod, Seth. I mean, and another thing I want to add, these mods that you see in our hands, we both purchased them ourselves. I'm rocking the Mutation X. Whew, loving it.
I got the Kanger sub-tank, obviously, with the nickel temperature control coils.
Right.
We're going to get to that in just 1 second.
Perfect. And another thing I want to talk about, the design of this mod. It's like ergonomically just on point, you know, fire with your thumb.
You know when you caress your old lady at night?
Just like that.
Just
like that. And you know what I really love? Let just the vapor clear out. So you see the display, right? Boom. Turn it over. The display flips. You gotta love that. It auto-corrects itself. So righty, lefty, whatever you want, the screen's gonna rotate for you. It's awesome.
And if you don't want it to rotate, it's got a little ball in there. You can hear it sometimes, and no matter, it'll rotate when you turn it. But if you don't want it to rotate, you can also set it to stay either left or right,
yeah,
or whatever you want. What I really love about the thing is its clicky buttons. You can hear how clicky they are right now. It's just amazing. It's the sexiest device I've ever seen.
And you know, some people might complain because you kind of hear that little rattle, but I mean, it's not that bad. It's just the button. But like Seth just said, you know it's working because you hear the click. It's awesome, 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 awesome. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is the menu setting. So with the XX Mini, it has the a one button menu setting. So you just click the button 3 times, or actually, I'm actually in the menu right now. So when you're in the menu setting, it's also gravity censored. So if you want to turn it, you can do it like that, but you have to make sure the mod is standing upright. You can't have it like this and then do it like that. It has to be standing upright. See, personally, I'm not a big fan of gravity sensors, so I'm glad that you can use the up and down button to also change your settings.
Yeah, I mean, these guys obviously had innovation and quality on their mind when they developed the SX Mini M-Type, M-Class.
M-Class. M-Class.
I don't care what it's called because I'm in love with it.
Dude, this is an awesome mod.
Yeah, I've actually been researching it for the past 24 hours because I've been vaping for 3 years. I've touched almost every device out there, and this one was a challenge for me. It's very complicated. There's so much to it. It's fascinating.
3 years, huh? I've been vaping for going on 2 years in July. Woohoo! Yeah. And one more thing I want to add about the SX Mini. You can either be in wattage mode or you can go into bypass mode. And what bypass mode is, you got a mech mod. So it's not only is it a variable wattage device, but you can also rock it as a mech mod. Right now I have it in bypass mode. So depending on my wattage setting, which is at my depending on my resistance, sorry, I said wattage. What am I talking about here, wattage? But resistance, okay? So with my resistance being at a 0.46 and my battery level, I'm at 3.75, I hit the button, it's going to tell me that I am vaping at about, no, it's not going to tell me my wattage, but you know the whole wattage law, you just get that and you get it figured out from there. But awesome, awesome device.
Again, it's for advanced vapors, so if you don't understand Ohm's law, you will not be able to control this thing. When I first picked it up, I put it into Joules mode. You're like, Joules, what is Joules? A Joule is actually 1 watt per second. Okay, so the Joules,
interesting.
Yeah, the Joules is actually, the Joules will control how fast the temperature is achieved. You can set your Joules mode, you can also set the temperature control, and they work together to dictate how fast your coil reaches the temperature that you'd like it to. 40 joules, it'll reach it in 4 seconds, the full temperature. It's a very fascinating little thing. I've got mine set right here at 50 joules and temperature controlled to 400. And if you didn't know, the scorching temperature for cotton is 417 degrees.
So that's what they talk about when they talk about that cotton test, right?
Exactly.
So explain a little bit more about that cotton test.
We did the cotton test earlier. It sounds like complete BS, but if you set the SX Mini to 400 degrees, regardless of what the joules are, and put an RDA on here, it will not scorch your cotton.
That's pretty cool, man. That is really cool.
It just extracts all that delicious vapor you're wanting from the e-juice and will bleed your cotton completely dry without burning it at all. And it's legit. It totally works.
Oh man, dude, I cannot get enough of this mod. One more thing I want to add too. I already told you that it takes one single 18650 battery. You can charge the battery through the device, or you can pop it out. Some people might think this is a little con, but this is your battery cap. Some people think you got to use, like in the instruction manual, it'll tell you to use a coin, but you really don't got to use a coin. You can just use the palm of your finger, and you just bam, 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 bam.
Takes it off 5 seconds.
Take it off, or you just tighten it back up with the palm of your finger, or you can use your thumb. Some people say it's a con. I think it's a plus, so I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, honestly, as much as we have tried to find one negative thing to say, there's just nothing negative to say about it.
I don't think so.
It's perfect.
I don't think so. So now we're going to talk about what's in the box.
Yeah.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Let's find out.
So now we'll talk about what's in the box.
What's in the box? Let's find out. All right, so this is the awesome packaging for the XX Mini. So what you're gonna do is you'll just slide this little sleeve off like so. Bam, we'll get that off the view. And guess what, guys? There's an actual mod in this one. So this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get this beautiful XX Mini M Class. You'll also get your nice little packaging. In this little envelope here, you're gonna have your warranty card, and you'll also get this instruction manual. Guys, read this instruction manual. I'm telling you, it's gonna totally change your world. It's such a lot of good information in here.
And you can tell by the envelope and the way that they organize the box that they really want us to study this thing. The user manual is pretty precise and pretty thorough.
Yep.
And I enjoyed reading it.
Yeah, it was really educational. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved this device. All right, so what's in this black box here? This black box has your USB cord. So this USB cord is gonna work two ways. First, you can charge your device, like I said, but you can also upgrade the program, the firmware. So you just plug it in, and then what you're gonna wanna do is take your device, get into your menu mode, and you're gonna go into link mode. When you're in link mode, that's how you're gonna download the program to upgrade your SX Mini.
One huge thing to keep in mind is that Joule's mode and power mode have two completely different menu systems.
Good ad. That is very true. That is very true.
Completely different options.
Yeah.
So it really takes some exploration to try to really, see it all.
That's a good point. Very good point. Very good point. And now we're going to talk about why we think this mod is beast. So, wait. I thought I was going to.
You can go?
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go.
No, seriously.
You know, age before beauty. Go for it.
Nah, you're my senior. You're my boss. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am the director of training and support. So we're going to talk about why we think it's beast. And I'm going to talk about why I think it's beast because of the power mode. First and foremost, man, 60 watts, powerful plus. This thing freaking hits.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also barely even bigger than an iStick 50 watt.
Ooh, man, I love it. And like I said before, yes, I know it's expensive, but guys, it is worth the money. Worth the money. I mean, like I said earlier, all the way down to a 0.15 in powerful mode, 0.2 in standard mode. You can rock it in soft mode. You can pretty much use one battery and just kind of go through the different modes and get through pretty much a work day with it. I carry just one extra 18650 battery in my pocket, throw the other one on the charger, put the fresh battery in, and I'm good to go.
You don't even have to do that if you don't want to, because you can just plug the USB in and charge it on the go.
Yeah, there it is. That is awesome.
All right, so here's why the temperature control is beastly. First of all, I've tried various temperature control devices. This is the only one that actually worked. No offense to anybody. This one just went above and beyond in every way we could have asked for. And since I put this sub-tank on, I haven't got one single dry hit. And every vape has been luscious and delicious. And it has a different quality to it than your hot Canthal.
And Seth let me vape on it. And actually, guys, like seriously, it does. Like the heat just stays, and it is awesome. You get that, you don't get that overpowering taste, and that is freaking cool.
So overall, it's beastly because of its size, its beauty, its power, and its affordability. Really, I mean, how much is 199 bucks, guys? You're gonna buy 5 devices in the next year anyways. Why not just get one and rock it the whole time?
You definitely got to make this part of your collection. And yes, we do offer it for wholesale. So go ahead and give us a call. 877-821-6062 and ask to speak to a smoke-free technology consultant. Well, my friends, I enjoyed this conversation with you. This is your boy Teddy B.
Set Sellers, and as always,
keep it beast.